Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! On YouTube, famous now. Okay, let's just get right into this video. It is, first of all, hot as balls in this car, but it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms, mothers, grandmothers, mothers-in-law, stepmothers, all of you out there, okay? I have a few things to say about Mother's Day. Now, y'all like to get me all revved up and get me wanting to rant and all that kind of stuff. So, I have a few things to say today about Mother's Day, okay? First of all, Mother's Day is another excuse, like kids' birthday parties, okay, to ruin a perfectly good Sunday afternoon, all right? It's not enough that we had to take your calls, you know, in the middle of the afternoon on a Friday when, you know, you couldn't find this and you're, oh, I can't find this, where can I find that? And do you remember what Aunt Judy's sister's name was? I'm trying to look up her phone number. No, Mother, I don't know what that is. Okay, that wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough that we sat there and ate crap meatloaf when we were growing up and the taco salads and all those made-up meals that moms had to make. Now we have to have an entire day dedicated to mothers. I don't even understand it, okay? Furthermore, y'all know, if you watch my videos, that my mother passed away 10 years ago this week. So I love when I like see friends of mine that good and well know that my mother is gone, right? And they'll be like, oh, are you so excited about Mother's Day? And I'm like, yeah, my mother's dead, so there's that. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they always do that face that like third grader, you know, that looks like he just got like, you know, busted, like eating the cookies out of the cookie jar. Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? Anyway, that, I'm so sorry. And they always go like, and these are like friends of mine that like I have had many conversations with about my mother's passing, right? And they're like, I'm so sorry. Like it just happened yesterday. And then they're like, so what do you have planned? Are you going out to the gravesite? Hell no, my mother wouldn't want me out to the gravesite. What am I going to do? Go get one of these? She hates that kind of shit. She thinks it's tacky. No, I'm not going to sit up by my mother's gravesite. My mother, I know my mother well enough to know that, you know, she would want me doing something fun, like going up into the casino and playing some slots and drinking some free pops. That's what my mother would want me to do on Mother's Day. I know my mother, okay? She might want me to get sad for a few minutes, but she would not want my entire day ruined to Mother's Day, okay? I know that, right? So what do I get to do instead? Well, first of all, you know, I have to like figure out what we're doing because like all of my in-laws, they can't put anything together. They can't figure out what they're going to do for Mother's Day. And I'm like, to my husband, like, you know, we probably need to do something for Mother's Day. Let me tell you why I know this, right? Because I was trained very well by a divorced father. And when I was growing up, you know, like my mother would always say to me, I love homemade gifts. Homemade gifts it is so hot in this car, my Lord. My mother would say, I love homemade gifts. I love homemade cards. I love poems, and I love all that kind of stuff, right? So I would sit down, and I mean to tell you, for hours on end, and I would write out the most beauticious poem you have ever heard in your entire life. I love you, Mommy. You make me so happy. I would write the most beautiful poem in the entire world, right? And then, like, Friday before Mother's Day, my dad would call me, and he would say, like, this is when I was, like, 8, 9, 10, 11. He would say, did you get your mom something for Mother's Day? And I was like, yeah, I wrote her a poem. I'm real excited. She loves homemade gifts. My dad would say, okay, I'm going to pick you up tonight at 6 o'clock, right? I'm like, okay. And so I thought me and my dad were going to go have good fun, going to the Chuck E. Cheese and play, you know, some of that skee ball and all that kind of stuff. No, ma'am. My dad would pick me up and we would go right up into the department store. And my dad would say, okay, here, you pick whatever purse you want. And it was always like a Gucci or Louis Vuitton or something like that, right? And I never understood it. I never understood when my poem was not good enough, right? And so he would say, okay, I would pick out some, you know, ridiculous kind of purse that I thought was real pretty because I didn't know shit about purses at that time. And then he would say, no, I think we need to go with this purse right here, right? And every time, I didn't know, right? But it was like the newest, hottest Gucci or Louis Vuitton purse that every woman had to have, right? So Mother's Day would come, and I would give her my little poem, and I'd be so excited about it. And she'd say, oh, Peter, that's so nice. I love homemade gifts. And then she'd just kind of look at me, and then she'd be like this. Like, is that all? And then, of course, I bring out this great box, right? You know, with the brand new, you know, like, Louis Vuitton handbag. And my mom would go, oh, my God, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. And she would go overboard thanking me for this Louis Vuitton purse that, A, I had no fucking clue what a Louis Vuitton purse was to save my life, okay? Number 2, I had nothing to do with it. Number 3, my dad paid and bought it, right? And what that's called is divorced dad's guilt. All day long, right? But what you did, Dad, was you set me up for a world of trouble. Because when I was 30 years old, my mother was still expecting Louis Vuitton purses, and I could not afford them, all right? And so I would show up there at 30 years old with a good handwritten poem. I love you, Mommy. You make me so happy. And my mom would just look at me and she'd be like, is that all you have? I'd be like, well, I guess I can do a spa day. Shut up out there. I'm trying to talk about my mom. So anyway, okay, so now, fast forward to all of this. My mom's gone, my aunt's mom. Oh, this was the other thing, okay? This killed me. Now, my mother died, no lie, 3 days after Mother's Day. So you can imagine what that Mother's Day, that first one was for me, like total hell. And everybody called me and was like, you should come and do Mother's Day with us. You should come and do Mother's Day with us. We don't want you to be alone on Mother's Day. Yeah, let me tell you what that's like, okay? That's like sitting at the casino and you have spent $500 and haven't won one damn thing. You haven't even hit no cherries or no bars, and the person next to you has hit 2 jackpots. Now, do you think that's a lot of fun when your mother's about to be taken off life support to have to go up into some Mother's Day and be like, Happy Mother's Day! Oh my God! Oh, I brought you some flowers! We can repurpose them for my mother's grave in about a week. You know, like, give me a fucking break, right? Psh. Anyway, so, flash forward, okay, now I do Mother's Day with my in-laws, because I love my mother-in-law so much, I do. And the saddest thing to me is that my mother-in-law and my mom would have gotten along so well, they really would have. And both of them would have expected Louis Vuitton purses, okay? They would have acted like they loved the poems, and they loved the dinners and all that kind of stuff, but they like the nice things too, which is why my husband and his brothers got her some huge spa package for the day. So anyway, so, let me tell you, this is why Mother's Day kills me, okay? I'm perfectly good Sunday afternoon. I can go to the bookstores, I can drive around, I got my coffee already. It's a perfectly good day, okay? It's like these kids' birthday parties, they always want to do them at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I said to my husband, I said, can we do Mother's Day different this year? I said, can we either do some backyard barbecue where we can come and go whenever we want to do it? Or I said, can we do it at like 10 a.m. in the morning so we can just get it over with real quick and all this kind of stuff? I mean, I'm telling you right now, I love y'all out there. I love you mothers. I love you grandmothers. I love everybody that watches my videos that has ever had kids, okay? I do. But when your mother is gone, Mother's Day really doesn't mean a whole lot to you anymore. It just doesn't, okay? I mean, it just doesn't. It's like your birthday don't mean nothing after you turn 40. It really doesn't, okay? You just don't really give a shit anymore. God love you, but it just don't. So anyway, so I said, can we do it real early or something like that? And he goes, okay. So he goes, how about if we do brunch with my mom and my abuela? He goes, and then we'll go and do dinner with everybody at 5 o'clock. And I said, oh no, man, 2 Mother's Days today. No. Pick one or the other. I cannot do both, okay? And he goes, well, I just thought we would do brunch. I said, no, first of all, this fat ass don't need to eat twice in one day, 2 meals out, okay? I just don't. Number 2, all right, I cannot be doing, listen, now, I love my family, but they are Venezuelans, okay? And they don't just sit and eat, they sit and eat and talk for 5 hours, okay? So that is, let me just tell you, a 10-hour dinner at best. So anyway, every year, I'm always like, 2 weeks before, I'm like, you know you need to get reservations, okay? We should go here and get reservations. We should go here and get reservations. Your mother would love it. I'll pay for it. I don't even care. I'll pay for it just to make the whole thing easier. No, we're not going to get reservations because so-and-so doesn't get off work till this time, and we don't know what time this person's baseball game ends. First of all, okay? First of all, y'all know I cannot stand no organized sports. Why the fuck anybody has any organized sports games on Mother's Day is ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous, okay? Why on the day that a mother just wants to have breakfast in bed and probably 2 aspirins for her gin and tonic hangover from the night before like my mother did growing up, why would any mother want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to have to watch some stupid soccer game on a Sunday is beyond me, okay? This is the ridiculousness of parenthood that we have fallen into. It's stupid. I don't understand it, okay? Kids' athletics have taken over the world, but that is another rant completely. So anyway, he goes, no, we're going to organize it, don't worry. So, well, I'm trying this new thing, y'all know. I'm trying this new thing where I just let go, let God, and I just show up to shit, okay? And I don't need to complain a whole lot, I just show up to shit. So he says to me, okay, we're meeting at 5 o'clock at this restaurant. Well, this restaurant is right in the middle of like one of the hottest restaurant places in town. And I said, did y'all get reservations? 14 of us, okay? 14, all right? And let me just tell you, this isn't like 14, 20-year-olds, okay, that can just kind of show up and hang out and sit at the bar and have drinks. No, ma'am, okay? This is 2 kids under the age of 5. Alex's abuela, who's about 92. You know, Alex's mom that will want to be talking to everybody. I mean, it's too much. It's too much, okay? And I'm already seeing myself have a panic attack up in the middle of this restaurant that I don't even like their food anyway, and I'm a vegetarian, and I already know that everything on their thing is going to be meats, okay? I cannot stand the meats because I'm a vegetarian. So anyway, I said, y'all didn't get reservations. No, I called, they don't take reservations. I said, well, why don't you pick another restaurant that takes reservations? He goes, it doesn't matter, we're gonna have a good time anyway. We do this every year. We always show up, and it's 2-hour wait before we get to sit down. And you know what that 2-hour wait consists of? 4,000 pictures, okay? And it's just, let's exchange one person out for the other. Y'all do this on it just kills me, right? And then the same picture, minus one person in each picture, is posted on Facebook. It just kills me, right? So it's like the 14 people minus one who's taking the picture. Oh, but then we got to get that person in the picture so the next person goes out. And it's just like this, you know, remember that game you played at fairs, the cakewalk? It's like the cakewalk of who's taking the picture. It's just ridiculous to me. And I'm always like, I don't care if I'm in the picture, I'll just take the picture, okay? Just leave me out of the picture, y'all can have the picture, I don't care. So anyway, now listen, I love my mother-in-law. I love her. I am so blessed to have one of the most fantastic mother-in-laws in the entire world. She and I, we get along so well. I will never forget the day that we got married. She hugged me and she whispered in my ear, bawling her eyes out. She said, you are one of my sons now, and I'm so thankful. Well, she didn't say it like that because she's Venezuelan. She ain't got a country accent. But anyway, so it's important to me, especially when she's got 3 sons. And one, by the way, he's in San Diego. You should have flown your ass home if you cared that much about your mom. Just saying, okay? I know you put your money up into the spa day, but maybe you should have thought about getting a plane ticket out here since you can all go to the beach and play volleyball and go to music festivals all the time. You might have wanted to spend some money. I'm just saying, if you loved your mother as much as I do. And I'm going to tell you how I love your mom. Because the one that shows up with the biggest card is the one who loves. Now, I bought this card up in the Walmart. I just went. I know all these fools are going to show up with their piddly ass Mother's Day cards, okay? And they're going to all be standing there. When they see me show up, look, I got a big pink envelope and everything. And when I show up and it says Mom on it, not mother-in-law, Mom, they're going to know. She's gonna think he loves her best. And it's the truth of the nature all day long. And look, this is what the card says. Happy Mother's Day. It's got a little fox baby on it. Isn't it so cute? And then you open it and it's, there they are again. It says, Mother's Day is the perfect time to celebrate the wonderful gift of you. Happy Mother's Day. And she's gonna know that this is the day to celebrate the gift of her. She's gonna love it so much. And she's gonna know Peter loves me more than my own kids do. Let me tell you a story, okay? So for Christmas, we all had to like pull names, and I got my mother-in-law, and I was like, yes, this is it. This is it right here. This is how you get in, right? And so all of them, like, because of course her sons, they bought her gifts too. They bought her little, I don't know, little shampoo, conditioner things, and, you know, candles and all that kind of stuff you could buy for your mom. So anyway, no Gucci or Louis Vuitton purse because they ain't good kids like me. But listen, so anyway, so I got online and I created one of those Kodak memory books. Now, I ain't got glasses on, so I can't do math, and I'm not technological. It about drove me crazy, okay? I picked about 300 pictures I want in that book, but you only get 20. You have to pay like $5 extra for every picture. I was like, I love her, but I don't love her that much. So anyway, I was like, well, you get 20 pictures, that's what you get. So I picked this picture, and my mother-in-law's name is Hungria. Don't try to figure it out. It don't make no sense. But anyway, her name is Hungria. So I put like Hungria's memories, and then I opened it and I said, I love you, mother. I love you, mom. Here's the future, or something like that. It doesn't matter. It was real sappy and lovely. She cried her eyes out. All of them were looking at me and they were like, oh my God, that's what you gotta do. You gotta bring the big card. So if you're watching this before you're getting together with your family, you better go up to the Walmart. This bitch right here, she is $3, okay? $3 is the cheapest way to win the heart to any mother's heart. So anyway, whatever I'm trying to say, it don't matter. But anyway, so Mother's Day is really not about getting together with your moms. It is not really about showing how much you love her and how much you appreciate her, how much you appreciate the times that she caught you smoking cigarettes with the good Judies in high school, or how much she embarrassed you instead of your friends, and then, you know, how the time you brought over your first boyfriend, she wanted to say something to you about how your hair looks stupid. Mother's Day is not about all that. It's just not. You know, Mother's Day is not about the fact that when you brought all your friends around and had them over, that she brought out the scrapbooks from when you were 5 years old and showed them all the stupid pictures of like when somebody de-pantsed missed you. No, Mother's Day's not about all that. Mother's Day sure as shit is not about, where is that damn thing? Taking this motherfucker up into the gravesite. Don't nobody want to see this. If you bought one of these for your mother's gravestone, go out there and take it away, okay? This bitch ain't seen a day of class in her entire life. It's tacky, but I might give it to my mother-in-law. She won't even know it's for a gravesite. She'll think it's for a front yard or something like that. So anyway, listen, I paid $4.38 for it just for this video. I don't know that I want it to go to waste. So, you know, but listen. Mother's Day is for a day of redemption. It truly is, okay? It's a day of showing your mother that you love her more than everybody else does. And that's the truth of the nature all day long. Anyway, y'all, I had to get some of this out because this Mother's Day foolishness, it is hot as balls up in here. It is the truth of the nature all day long. Now, I love my mother. Y'all know I do. I talk about her all the time, and I miss her, okay? I really do. But I don't miss her enough to have to go through somebody else's 4 hours Mother's Day dinner. I just don't, okay? I just don't all day long. But I do appreciate all of you out there that are mothers, that are grandmothers, that are stepmothers, that are this mother and that mother and who'd care. Anyway, you know, listen. Tomorrow is the 10-year anniversary of my mother passing away, and I wanted to do something, you know, a little funny, but a little honest today in honor of Mother's Day. And I will say this to you. I am so grateful for the time that I got to spend with my mother at the end of her life. And, you know, the last 13 years of my life that my mother and I got to spend together with her sober and me sober were some of the most magical years ever. I'm so grateful for that relationship. And, hug your mom for me today. I love you guys, and I will see you later.